Hello, lovelies. So we are going to go over how to use LocalWP to set up Paging Polly very quickly. So if you do not want to have your WordPress available on the World Wide Web, you can use this on your local machine using LocalWP. And that's what we're going over today. So you're going to go to localwp.com, and that is this website here. You're going to hit download for free. You're going to choose what platform you have, so what kind of computer you have, Mac, Windows, Linux. Fill out your details, get now, and you'll be able to download the install package. Go ahead and install that onto your computer. And then you are going to open up LocalWP, and it's going to look like this. Obviously, you have a whole bunch of local sites like I do because you're just getting started. So once you're here, you're going to hit the big plus sign. We're going to hit create new website, continue. You can go ahead and name it. So let's do test paging Polly. You don't need to worry about the advanced options. Go ahead and continue. I believe, so PHP 8.2 is fine. All of this is fine, so the preferred is fine. If you see this say 8.0 or lower on the PHP, I do want you to check that because I'm not sure what it ships with the preferred settings anymore because I've had mine for a very long time. You might need to go to custom, select 8.3 is really the one I would recommend, but at the very least 8.1 or higher. Web server Nginx is fine. And then MySQL 835 is probably the one I would recommend. Okay, continue. So for this purpose, I'm just going to type in admin and admin as password. Obviously, if this were a live site, I would absolutely never, ever, 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 ever recommend having admin as the username, much less having the same password as username. But this is on my local machine. Nobody else has access to this machine, so it's fine. You can do your actual email. This is just the dev email that is a temporary for the purposes of setting this up. So we're going to go ahead and hit add site. It is going to go through setting all of that up on your local machine. And it's just going to take a minute. And then once this is done, we're going to be able to log in. And it's just going to look like a regular WordPress site. So regardless of whether or not you're using InstaWP, LocalWP, if you're using your own hosting service like HostGator or Bluehost, WordPress is almost always going to look the same in the back end. And Paging Polly is really going to work the same regardless as well. It's just going to be speed, really, depending on what kind of servers you have, is going to be faster or slower. I'm going to go ahead and pause here until this is done setting up because it does take a couple minutes. I will be right back. Okay, and we're back. So we now have test paging Polly up. I always have this as one-click admin. For the purposes of paging Polly, I would say do the trust on the SSL. This basically just allows you to fake out your browser to think that there's a real SSL. There isn't because this is a local site, but this will go ahead and have a security site. Okay, and we have one click on admin. And now we can go ahead and click WP admin. With the SSL trusted, usually it will ask you for a password. We'll see here in a second. And it does take also a minute the first time you log in on any day. Okay, and it didn't ask us for the password. So now this part of the process is going to be exactly the same regardless of InstaWP or LocalWP, but we're going to go through it here as well. So we're going to go to themes first. Okay, and we have a couple installed. So right off the bat, I'm going to delete all but one. And if this is a live site, and if you have your author website on WordPress, a little word to the wise, you do not want a bunch of old WordPress themes installed. That is actually a security risk. Okay, we're going to go ahead and hit add theme. Again, this is a local site, so that would be much lower risk, basically none, unless somebody has access to your system. Okay, and I'm going to go to my downloads folder and I'm going to find Polly Minimal Theme, which comes when you purchase Paging Polly. And I'm going to go ahead and drop that right on the choose file, or you can hit choose file and you will be able to select from your regular file browser, but you can just drag and drop onto the little choose file button. Install now. And this will just take a second to install. I'm going to hit activate. And now I can delete this 2025 as well. And we will be left with just Paging Polly. Next, we're going to go to plugins. We're going to go add plugin. Upload plugin. And I'm going to grab the Paging Polly from, again, you will get this zip folder when you install or when you purchase Paging Polly for the first time. After that, the updates are actually handled in WordPress, so you only need to do this once. Go ahead and hit install now. I'm actually installing a slightly older version so that you can see the update process once we enter in the license. Activate plugin. Okay, and here is Paging Polly. So we're going to come over here, we're going to go to settings. Off screen, I have my license key. So I'm going to grab that license key. I'm going to pop it right here. I'm going to hit activate. It'll take a second. And now we have the license activated. We have green lights, if you will. So now I'm going to go through the onboarding process. So this is basically the other things that you only have to do once. So we're going to want to create a Paging Polly page. This is an advanced option where you can put it into an existing page or a page that you create yourself. I do recommend going with this because it just makes everything run smoother and it makes sure that all of the links work properly. So I'm going to hit Create Paging Polly Page. Ta-da! And that says created. I'm going to go ahead and import defaults. Ta-da! That's set too. And now we're good here. So now I'm going to quickly show you the update process. Now, this is something you can do, enable auto updates, and it will install this automatically for you. So as these new updates come up, it will automatically update. Or you can do this manually. Now, if I click this right now, chances are that the license hasn't fully populated and it will come up with an error. So I'm going to show you what to do if that happens. Update failed. So all you need to do is refresh your page. Go ahead and reload. Did that reload? I'm going to hit reload one more time. Okay, and we're going to get update now. And now it says updated. All it does is it takes a second to register that there is a new license. Reloading the page, you should be good to go. Honestly, the chances of you needing to update immediately upon putting in your license is next to none. And you can just put in the enable auto updates and you won't have to worry about this. But that is a little error that you could see. All you have to do is refresh your page and you'll be good to go. And then once you are done here, we come back up to Paging Polly settings. Open Paging Polly. And here is Paging Polly. So now you would go on to one of the videos about creating your first author profile, your first library project, or setting up your AI settings for the first time. So go ahead and scoot on over to one of those videos if this is your first time with Paging Polly, and we'll see you in the next one.